In this video, we are going to convert back and forth between feet and inches. Let's start with what we already know. We know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So I'm going to set up a little T-chart here. I've got feet, I've got inches. I know that 1 foot is 12 inches, so 2 feet would be 24 inches, and so forth and so on. The nice thing about setting up this little chart is that when you have that moment when you're just not sure if you're supposed to multiply by 12 or divide by 12, you can look back at your chart. So for example, if I needed to know how many inches there were in 7 feet, I would think, well, to get from 1 to 12, I had to multiply by 12. So to get from 7 feet to inches, I would multiply by 12. And 7 times 12 is 84. So it sort of makes sense if I'm going the other direction. So if I wanted to go from 84 inches and I wanted to go back to feet, it would make sense if I multiplied going this way that I would divide going this way. So a little chart helps you kind of figure those things out. But what happens in a situation where you have inches and feet mixed up? Let's look at this question number 2. Question number 2 asks us to change 8 feet 4 inches into just inches. Well, part of it's done for us. This 4 inches is already done. But how many inches would be in 8 feet? Well, I'm going from feet to inches, so I'm going to multiply by 12. So I'm going to go 8 times 12 is 96. But I need to know what 8 feet 4 inches is. So I'm going to take that 96 inches and I'm going to add on those 4 extra inches and I'm going to get 100 inches. Let's try the next one. This one is 6 feet 4 inches. Well, again, part of it's already in inches, so all I need to do is change the feet part into inches. So I want to change 6 feet into inches. I'm going from feet to inches, so once again I'm multiplying by 12. So I'm going to take 6 times 12 is 72. That's the feet part. That's just the feet. I also have these 4 inches to include. I've got to include those 4 inches as well, so I'm going to add them on and I get 76 inches. So that's turning feet into inches. We've got a few extra inches. Now what happens in a situation where we've got to turn it around and go the other direction? Well, in this case, I'm going from inches to feet, so I'm going to divide by 12. But you notice you grab a calculator, you're not going to get an even pretty whole number. You're going to get a number with the crazy decimal in it. And we really don't want a decimal here. We really want to know inches. So we're going to have to do it old school. We're going to have to do long division. So I'm going to take this 87 and I'm going to divide by 12. Now if you want to use a calculator at this point to get that first number, that's great. You could also use a multiplication chart, or you can pull that math fact out of your brain. But because I know that, I'm going to write it down here, I know that 12 times 7 is 84. That's the closest I'm going to get. So I know I've got 7 feet here. But how many inches do I have? So 12 times 7 is 84. And when I subtract, it turns out that I've got these 3 extra inches. If you recall, this was inches. So when I took out the 84 inches to make 7 feet, I had 3 inches left over. So there you go. It's 7 feet 3 inches. Can't do that on a calculator because a calculator is going to give you a decimal answer. It's not going to give you a remainder. All right, let's do another one. The next, let's do this one, 37 inches. So 37 inches, I'm going to write that one down. I'm going to do 37 inches. I'm dividing by 12. And again, if you forget, set up your quick little T-chart. 1 foot, I want to see feet, inches. 1 foot is 12 inches, and I'm going from feet back to inches, so I'm dividing by 12. All right, I'm going from inches back into feet. Sorry, I think I said it wrong. All right, so 12 into 37, closest I can do is 12 times 3 is 36. So that gave me 3 full feet. And you can see that I had that 1 inch that got left over. So that is my 1 inch left over. All right, let's do one more. Let's do this, this 62 inches one. And I'm turning 62 inches into feet and inches. So 62, I'm going to divide by 12. Again, at this point, you could knock this into the calculator to find out what gets close, but you're going to have to finish it off by doing old school long division to get your remainder. So 12 times 5 is as close as we can get without going over. 12 times 5 is 60. And we subtract, we get these 2 feet left over. So, in other words, I was able to get 5 groups of 12 out of 62. 12 times 5 is 60. So I got 12 groups of 5. Those 12 groups of 5 are my 5 feet. 12 inches in a foot, 12 groups of 5. But I had 2 inches left over here, and that's my remainder.